Now at 5, some tips to keep our pets safe during these cold, wintry conditions. Plus, why experts say the risk of deer-related crashes is higher now than any other time of the year. And
new members of Congress are arriving here in the nation's capital to begin orientation. I'm Nicole D'Antonio on Capitol Hill, where control of the House still rests with a number of undecided races.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We have chances for snow in parts of the 4 states. This is KOAM News at 5. Let's go straight to Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it's been a cloudy, cold day for us today. Most of us have been sitting right around 40, lower 40s. We're dropping back upper 30s to lower 40s at this point in time. And we do have rain and snow, which is increasing. Most of this is not reaching the ground. It's evaporating before it makes it to the surface. So that atmosphere has to fully saturate. And once it does, we'll start to get some rain in here, mixing with and changing over to a little bit of snow as we go through the evening hours. The only place that's really reaching the ground is down through Delaware County and also Benton County, and then all this snow down through eastern parts of Oklahoma. But we are going to pick up a little bit of rain and snow as we go through the overnight hours. I don't expect a lot of travel issues because we are so warm. I think most of this will accumulate on the grassy surfaces. Of course, I'll break this down for you, all coming up here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. As we brace for the colder weather in the 4 states area, remember our furry friends are dealing with the cold weather as well. Dogs, cats, other animals can struggle during cold weather despite having all that fur. Short-haired animals are particularly sensitive to the cold.
What people have to understand is that all these breeds are man-made. We develop them for a certain area of the world, for a certain job. Not everybody can grow the coat that they need to stay warm in our weather. So that is an important factor. The fact that they have a coat means nothing.
Prolonged exposure to cold weather can lead to health conditions, even to death. Experts expect an uptick in deer-related crashes this time of year. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, a review of 147 fatal animal crashes during 2000 to 2002 in 9 states found 77% of the struck animals were deer. During deer season, which runs from October through December, there's a dramatic increase in the movement of the deer population, resulting in more deer vehicle collisions during this period than any other time of year. A local vehicle repair shop says there has been an increase in deer-related collisions.
Yeah, this time of year, we always have a lot of them. We've probably got 10 or 12 of them in here right now. It seems like this year it started earlier. I think the drought probably had them moving, looking for water where normally they wouldn't be out so much. But we've seen a lot of them earlier than normal. And now, of course, the rut started and hunting season starts. When the guns go off, the deer start running.
We're going to hear more from the Missouri Department of Conservation tonight at 6. Today is World Diabetes Day. There are 2 types of diabetes. Type 1 is a genetic condition, one that you're born with. Type 2 diabetes develops over time, is often lifestyle related. Susan Pittman, a program coordinator for the Diabetes Education Clinic at Freeman, says in Southwest Missouri, the number of diabetes cases is 6% higher than in the rest of the state. She says type 2 diabetes can be prevented, possibly treated by making simple and healthier life choices.
Maybe someone's been drinking sweet tea or regular pop, and they find out their blood sugar is high and they're able to eliminate those extra carbohydrates from their diet. Their blood sugar may come down to a really good level without medication.
Pittman encourages people to access health care for screenings, especially if they have a family history, and exercising regularly with a healthier diet can make a big difference. Police in Charlottesville, Virginia have made an arrest in last night's fatal shooting on the University of Virginia campus. They say the suspect is a former football player who attacked a bus of students who were returning from an off-campus trip. The 3 students killed were on the football team. 2 other students were injured. The university canceled classes today. The balance of power in the House of Representatives is still up for grabs tonight, as some of the most contested races have yet to be determined. But for those who have won, it's already time to get to work. Reporter Nicole D'Antonio has details from Capitol Hill.
House Republicans are discussing who they want to be their leader in the next Congress ahead of a vote Tuesday.
I'm fully in support of Kevin McCarthy as Speaker. I think he's done a great job as a Republican leader, and I believe he has earned the support.
House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy could face a challenge for his leadership from some right-wing members of the party. There's a movement to delay Tuesday's vote until control of the chamber is determined. Right now, CBS News projects the House as leans Republican, but Democrats still have a path to keep the majority.
Whatever the number, whatever the control looks like, it's going to be very close, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity for bipartisan legislation.
Democrats won't hold leadership votes until the end of the month. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she doesn't know yet if she'll run again, but she has support.
The Bulls would still love to have Michael Jordan. I'd still love to have Nancy Pelosi, for sure.
Senate Republicans will hold their leadership vote on Wednesday, but there isn't much of a question of who will win since no one is challenging Mitch McConnell.
The great wrestling champion Ric Flair used to say, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And so far, no one's had the nerve to step forward and challenge Senator McConnell.
There's still one Senate seat left to be decided, with incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock looking to hold off Republican Herschel Walker in Georgia's December 6th runoff. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Senate Democrats are scheduled to vote on their leadership December 1st. President Biden this morning sat down with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Indonesia ahead of this week's G20 summit. It's the first time they've met face-to-face after 2 years of accusations, warnings, and threats. President Biden hopes to press the Chinese leader on everything from Russia's war in Ukraine to North Korea's nuclear ambitions and the future of Taiwan. Xi called on Mr. Biden to chart the right course and elevate the relationship between China and the U.S. Still ahead, almost time to get started on Christmas shopping.
Millions of kids are hoping for some magic this holiday season. I'm Naomi Ruckham with a look at the hottest toys parents will want to snag before they disappear.
And next in Health Watch, what a study shows about the benefits of video games versus crossword puzzles for brain health. Topping today's Health Watch, more children are having weight loss surgery. That's according to a new study in the journal Pediatrics. But the data shows that while obesity disproportionately affects Black and Hispanic low-income children, white children have better access to weight loss procedures. Researchers say bariatric surgery is safe and effective for weight issues in kids. Researchers are studying what activities might be better for our brains. A new study looked at video games versus crossword puzzles. Dr. Malika Marshall has more.
As we age, it's critical to keep our minds sharp and healthy. Researchers at Columbia University and Duke University followed about 100 older adults with mild cognitive impairment. They found people who were assigned to do online crossword puzzles for a year and a half showed a slight improvement in cognitive tests and less brain shrinkage compared to those who engaged in video games designed to stimulate the mind. Mild cognitive impairment, or MCI, is an early stage of memory loss or other cognitive ability loss that doesn't affect the person's ability to carry out everyday activities. That's according to the Alzheimer's Association. It's estimated up to 18% of people age 60 or older are living with mild cognitive impairment. People with MCI are at higher risk of developing dementia, including Alzheimer's disease. Larger studies are needed to confirm these study results. I'm Dr. Malika Marshall, CBS News, Boston.
Each year, about 10 to 15% of people with mild cognitive impairment go on to develop dementia. Patients suffering from knee osteoarthritis might find relief from locally injected anesthesia. In a new trial, about 60 patients had their knee joints injected with either a nerve-blocking anesthetic or a placebo. The shots were given every 2 to 4 weeks. Most patients who received the anesthesia said they had less pain, but the effects lessened over time. And more young people with suicidal thoughts are seeking help in the ER. That's according to a study in Illinois that looked at the state's emergency room trends. From 2016 to 2021, researchers found rates of young people needing help for suicidal thoughts increased almost 60%. They noticed a spike before the pandemic in 2019, followed by a surge in hospitalizations through 2021. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, why President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan is being put on hold.
Plus, we have rain and snow, which is going to increase this evening. Those details coming up. Well, it's been kind of a crummy day for us today. We've had the clouds. It's been cold all day long, mostly sitting into lower 40s. We have some rain, even some snow, which is going to increase as we go through the rest of the evening hours. Looking outside, it's almost dark. Indigo sky, casino and resort. Indigo dry at this point in time. Most of us dry, but we'll start to see some rain mixing with a little bit of snow as we go through the evening hours. So let's go outside. Let's look at the radar. Most of this is not reaching the ground. So it's raining and snowing 1,000, 2,000 feet above the surface, and then when it falls that last layer, it evaporates. But as the atmosphere continues to saturate, eventually this will get down to the surface. We are seeing it reach the ground, southern parts of Delaware County, parts of Benton County. But in the green here, that is rain. In the blue, that is snow. So higher elevation up, we are seeing snow from Monette, Aurora, Bentonville, also our northwestern counties. I think here in about the next hour or two, we'll finally saturate the atmosphere and we'll start to see some rain and snow. It is snowing pretty heavily across central and eastern parts of Oklahoma, and this is where the heaviest snow is going to stay, down across northwestern Arkansas into south central parts of Missouri, and then also up to our north. So Wichita, Emporia, Topeka, Lawrence, Kansas City also will have a stripe of maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow. This isn't extremely early for the season, but we usually don't have a lot of snow chances in the month of November. So this system quickly is going to rotate by 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It will be completely gone and out of here. All right, let's go through time. Showers picking up. Here's 7 p.m. A little bit of snow, northwestern counties and southern counties. Watch the pink kind of overtake as we go through the evening hours. Here's 8:30. As we get to 9, 10 p.m., most of the area, at least a rain-snow mix. Notice the temps, though. We're sitting into the mid-30s, so any snow that would fall most likely is not going to stick to the pavement. Could stick a little bit to the grassy surfaces. Then we switch all over to snow, so here's 11:30, midnight, and then by this time, most of this is rotating out of here, and then eventually we get down near freezing by the time we head into the morning hours. So we're not going to get a lot of snow, but we could get some on the grassy surfaces. Most of us dusting to a ½ inch. Southern counties 1, maybe 2. Northwest counties 1, maybe 2 inches of snow. So not a big snow, but you can see those rain chances increasing, and then they will start rain and snow, and then they'll start to taper off after midnight for us tonight. Most of us upper 30s to lower 40s right now. Here's 7th and Range Line, currently sitting dry, sitting at 40, north winds at about 6 miles per hour. As we go through the night and we finally get rid of this whole storm system, it pulls out of here, we'll get some sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures really don't go anywhere, only back into lower 40s for highs. Day planner, 33 in the morning, 38 by noon. Clouds, PM sunshine, high temp right around 41 degrees. 38 on Wednesday, so it stays cold. We should be topping out upper 50s. 43 Thursday, only 36 on Friday. We do warm back up, but rain chances back in the forecast heading into, next Thursday would be Thanksgiving, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's right. A week from this coming Thursday.
I should throw a little turkey on there.
Yeah. You're talking about at the end of that forecast.
Yes.
That's right.
10 days from.
Thanks, Doug.
Yep.
Coming up, a look at the toy experts. Things can be flying off the shelves this holiday season. Toys, plural. First, though, we honor a local veteran. Justin Conley served in the U.S. Army from 2003 to 2008. The Miami, Oklahoma native was stationed in Iraq, and we salute Corporal Justin Conley, a four-state hero. Topping today's Consumer Watch, the Biden administration has stopped taking applications for its student loan forgiveness program after a federal judge in Texas declared it unlawful. The Department of Education says it'll hold the applications of the 26 million people who've already applied for relief of up to $20,000. The administration has appealed the Texas ruling. The national average price for a gallon of gas slid slightly ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. AAA says the price declined 3 cents in the past week to $3.77 a gallon. The Auto Club notes that even though the national average barely budged, there are now about a dozen states with some stations selling gas below $3 a gallon. It said more gas stations could follow, which could be a big help with road trip budgeting for Thanksgiving travel. The holidays are almost here, which means kids are writing up those wish lists. And this year, the most coveted gifts feature favorite characters and a little bit of magic. Reporter Naomi Ruckham takes a look.
The new Pokemon Squishmallow is one of the year's hottest toys. If you don't get it now, you might not get it.
Correct. Yeah, these are going to be sold out very, very quickly. They're only available in limited quantities.
The Toy Insider's Marissa Silva says the latest toy from Magic Mixies will also be popular.
The brand new crystal ball for this year, and we are getting ready to conjure our Mixie friend.
Kids use a magic wand to reveal their own character. About as interactive as it can get.
Yeah, for sure. And what I love most about this, you can reset it and do this magic experience over and over again.
Many toys have an educational twist, like the Coco Melon Learning Bus.
So when you pop it in here, the bus will recognize which letter. So it'll say A.
But if you want to go big,
some really cool 360 spins.
There's the remote-controlled Jurassic World T-Rex.
He's got some great sound effects too.
Try?
Yeah.
Dolls are in demand like these from the new Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie. And LOL Surprise has customizable dolls with 320 mix and match looks.
The shades, the earrings, the dress, the hairstyles, you can really do lots of different things with these dolls.
But no matter what your kids' hearts desire, be ready to spend more.
Inflation is hitting the toy box for sure. We're really recommending that people build about 15% more into their toy shopping budgets this year.
Unlike the past 2 years, toy companies expect to have plenty of supply. Still, you may want to snag the most popular items before they disappear. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
While some of the hottest toys can run as much as $300, there are plenty of high-value toys available for $20 or less. The Walt Disney Company is the latest major U.S. employer to signal coming job cuts. The company's CEO sent an internal memo, according to Reuters, announcing a targeted hiring freeze, adding that there will likely be, quote, small staff reductions as it tries to make its streaming service, Disney Plus, profitable. It comes as Marvel's Black Panther Wakanda Forever had a record-breaking opening weekend for Disney. Globally, that film earned $180 million in the U.S. It smashed the previous $158 million record for November set by 2013's The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. The film also pulled in $330 million at the global box office. Final check of the forecast next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, more on the shooting at the University of Virginia that left 3 students dead. Then on KOAM News at 6, authorities charge a Lamar, Missouri business owner with felony stealing. Plus, we're going to have more tips on keeping your pets safe during these cold, wintry conditions. And we're going to hear from the Pitt State Gorillas as they get ready to host a playoff game on Saturday. Stay with us. CBS Evening News, KOAM News at 6. Country music legend Dolly Parton was awarded $100 million by Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. He named Parton the winner of the 2022 Courage and Civility Award. All of that money is going to be donated to charities of Parton's choice. Parton is known for her philanthropy, which includes supporting children's literacy. She's also donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University to help develop a COVID vaccine during the pandemic. No word yet on how she plans to give away that money. But again, it is $100 million. And who doesn't like Dolly Parton?
Exactly.
Really.
So good for her.
Absolutely. And for all those charities.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's going to get cold.
It is. We're going to drop back into the 30s. Just checked outside. We do have some light rain, so we've pretty much saturated that atmosphere. So rain, snow mix throughout the evening into the overnight hours. Morning clouds tomorrow. High temp of 41. Stays chilly all week.
And cold at night. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. Of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. See you then. Let's make it a great evening.